Hey yo, salute to all my subscribers, and a special shout out to everybody else passing through. Back again with another video. In the 50 video campaign, 50 secrets it's okay to keep from your partner. Next item on the list is you were at the bar and not the book club. Just because you're in a relationship with someone doesn't mean you need to disclose every detail of your whereabouts or everything you get up to. In fact, if your partner wants you to account for all your activities or demands it, that can be a red flag that they're controlling. If no one's getting hurt, have fun and don't report in. Um, if you're dating someone, live at two different residences, do what the fuck you do, right? If you haven't been together that long, if it's only been 3 months, do you have fun doing it? But a long-term committed relationship, bullshit if it's a red fucking flag to report in and to let the partner that you're with, that you're spending your time with, that you're potentially going to spend your future with, what you're doing. You know, even back in my earlier years when I was, dating, wasn't a live-in situation, didn't really, what I'm saying, have to necessarily disclose shit, but you talk to your boyfriend or girlfriend at the end of the day. Oh, what'd you do today? Oh, I did this, I did that. Even back then, it was looked down on people say it's a red flag if you want to know where your partner is and what they're doing. Yeah, if it's to excess, or if it seems like you're being controlling, or if it's like in a stalking manner early on in the relationship, then that makes sense. But if you live with someone, especially in a marriage situation, it's about being respectful not only to the partnership but to the house, right? You say, I'm going out to the fucking library and you're going to the bar. That's a fucking red flag. Because why do you feel as a grown-ass adult the need to lie about where you're going and what you're doing? See, this article has it twisted. It's not about you can't do what you want to do because you're in a relationship or because you're married or, because you have a partner. No. As a grown-ass adult, if you're lying about where you're going, then you know that that's going to cause issues. Probably because there's some shit that shouldn't be happening that's happening. Why are you lying about that? Just say where the fuck you are and when you're going to be going. Because again, and this is just like the other shit that we talked about a few videos ago. I'm a married individual. So if I say, oh, I'm going, I don't know, to the fucking, I don't know. If I say I'm going to get my car detailed, it's going to take a couple hours, and I'm really at the bar, or I'm really, you know what I'm saying, at someone's house, even if I'm not doing something I shouldn't be doing, what am I lying about that for? Because if, God forbid, something happens to me on my way to and from, let's say I drive off the road, crash into a ditch, or I get into an accident of some kind, or, something happens, whatever it is, anything. Now, you put your partner, and people have to think about this shit, and they don't. And that's why so many people move in such a disrespectful way in their relationships. Now, your partner has to be trying to figure out if police need to be involved, if, there's medical attention that might be needed, whatever. You have to try and figure out where this person is. You don't know where this person is. Now, let's say 12 hours go by, I don't show up because I'm laying in a ditch somewhere or crashed into a ditch. This shit happens. Now you're trying to file a missing persons report, right? And the first question that's asked of you is, well, where did they say they were going to be last? Or when did you last talk to them? Where were they heading? Oh, they said they were going here. And meanwhile, they're all the way on the other fucking side of town. Like, y'all gotta be adults in y'all shit. Like, seriously. This article, it pisses me off because if you're in a relationship, especially a situation where you live together, you have to respect that home. Just like I don't condone coming home past a certain time at night. It's disrespectful to your partner. It's disrespectful to the house. Just because you're an adult doesn't mean you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. It doesn't mean that you should. Like, being an adult you learn this when you become an adult and truly a mature adult, you actually have more responsibilities and more to answer to the person you're with than when you were younger and had to answer to your parents. It's like the same shit. You don't get to just do whatever the fuck you want, because that's a red flag and it shows that you have no respect for the relationship. Don't ever tell me you're going to be somewhere or you're going somewhere and that you have no intentions on going to that place. Don't ever not tell me that you are planning to go somewhere and do something and then you do that, because I literally have been in those situations where I'm at work in the middle of the night and a partner of mine who's supposed to be at home, mind you, with our children, and leaves the house in the middle of the night up to no good, and then something happens and now their personal safety was put in jeopardy. It was their fault, but their personal safety was put in jeopardy for doing shit they shouldn't have been doing. And now I'm at work, our kids are home. Now I potentially can come home to a situation, this is extreme of course, but I could potentially come home to a situation where you never made it home because you got fucked up to that point where you're either in the hospital or dead. And now I don't know what's going on. I don't know where that person is. Kids are here. Like, there's other shit that you people affect when you do this dumb shit. It's not about answering to someone. It's about being respectful, especially if you have children. Like, there is certain shit you just don't fucking do. And if that makes a person, if to somebody they think that's a red flag, you being concerned, you wanting to know where the person that you're with, that you live with, where they are throughout the day, so that if something happens, so that you have that communication and you know those last whereabouts, because it's just good practice, right? It's good fucking practice. I don't have an issue saying where I'm going to be going. You shouldn't have an issue saying where you're going to be going. Don't ever fucking tell me you're somewhere that you're not. And don't ever fucking tell me you're going somewhere that you have no intentions on going to. That shit's disrespectful as fuck. And then honestly, there's no reason for you to be in a marriage. There's no reason for you to be in a long-term committed living relationship where you two share a residence and you're going to be doing shit like this. Because then you have to ask the question, the other person has to ask the question, why are you lying about where you're going? It doesn't make any sense unless you're doing something you shouldn't be. Because I stick by this shit. If you're doing something that's completely innocent, like, you know, if I'm going out with one of my male friends to a bar, like, you know, this weekend coming up, Sunday, today's Friday, this weekend, he wants to go to this local bar to have a drink and catch up because we haven't spoken in a while. What I'm going to do, be like, yo, I'm going to the grocery store, but I'm really going to the bar to have it. This shit's stupid. You know, like, what the fuck? Like, I'm a grown ass person. I'm going to be like, yo, I'm about to go to the bar real quick with so-and-so. Be back when I'm back. Why is that so hard? Because it's innocent shit. If you're hiding something, you feel the need to go out of your way to be deliberately dishonest about what you are about to do, what your whereabouts are about to be, who you're about to be with, then maybe you're doing some shit you know your partner would have an issue with. And why would they have an issue with it if it's innocent? See, most people do this type of shit. They say they're going to be one place when they're going to be somewhere else. It's people who are probably cheating or people who have cheated in the past and they don't want that person to question shit again. But you taking the wrong approach. Very few people who take their relationship seriously, who are mature adults, are going to be okay with their person they're with doing shit like this. And very few people who take their relationship seriously, who are mature adults, are going to feel the need to lie to their partner about where they're going and what they're doing. There's just no reason for it. Because if you feel like the only legitimate reason for that is if you've never done anything to your partner, you've never lied to them about where you're going, your whereabouts, whatever, who you're with, just because in interest of just being honest, you're just that kind of person, you're respectful like that. But they just have an issue where they are controlling or they just need to know every single little thing that you do throughout your day, then you should be leaving the relationship. The second that you have to stoop down to the point of lying to that person, now you're equally doing shit that's not conducive to that relationship being successful. And when it gets to that point, just fucking leave. Seriously. Because I wouldn't want to be with anybody who's being dishonest about their whereabouts. And maybe you're being honest about your whereabouts, but just not who you're there with or who you're there to see or who's there to see you. And that's equally as fucked up. Be fucking honest. People want to be trusted, so be trustworthy. You know what I'm saying? Trust is a very delicate and fragile thing. And with a person like me, as with most people, once trust is damaged, you don't get that back. That shit never comes back. It's dead for good. So, nah. This one here, article's dead wrong. Dead fucking wrong. I mean, I don't see a scenario in my head where I would be okay with this. I don't see a scenario in my head where anybody should be okay with this. I just don't. I don't. Yeah, like you're at the bar, not the book club, bitch. What? Like the fuck? I fucking would. Don't let me find out. Is how I will end this one. Don't let me find out because then now you're basically telling me that it's a free for all. You know what I'm saying? Everything goes, every man for himself, and I will give people the same energy they give me, if for no other reason than to prove a point. So please don't do this dumb shit. If you do this, if you have done this, stop it. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't like it if it was done to you. A lot of people do shit like this, and that's why a lot of relationships are secretly fucked up. And you're just asking for trouble, especially if you go into a bar within any certain radius of your home, because probably a chance that either someone that you know is going to see you, that knows your partner, or someone that your partner knows is going to see you, that they may work with or what have you, but you don't even know they know you, but they've seen pictures of you at the place where they work that are like hanging up or on their desk or what have you. You're just asking for trouble, especially now. Y'all got to be careful. It's hard to be lying motherfuckers nowadays. Every social media platform that you're linked to, these things have locations, and sometimes people be forgetting what their settings are. And motherfucker go on Facebook and see that their friend on Facebook, who's their partner, is at fucking Sue's Rendezvous or some dumb shit like that, when they're supposed to be halfway across town at the fucking library, and they're clearly at the bar or a strip club or wherever. Like, yo, what? Why the fuck does Facebook say you're at the bar, at the strip club, at wherever, and you told me you were going to be here? Now you got some fucking explaining to do. Figure that shit out. Like, comment, and subscribe. I don't pretend to know everything. Just know what I know. Like, comment, and subscribe again. Like, comment, and subscribe again. Share the video. Let me know what y'all think about this one. I don't pretend to know everything. Just know what I know. See you on the next one. Peace and love.